that Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre split up over the holidays. They did. That is such a hot couple gone to waste. They are so, together. They were so beautiful. They dated less than a year. But here's the part that took me out. Women are already flooding Aaron's comments, trying to get his attention because he posted a very, very fine as hell picture.
Y'all, the internet just blew up and nobody expected this. Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre, the couple everyone thought was untouchable, have reportedly broken up, and the drama after that is straight up insane. Not even a full year together, flashy red carpet moments, PDA posts, and then suddenly, it's done. Fans are still shocked because just weeks ago, Teyana was praising him, calling him her apple pie. And now Aaron posts one single photo, and the comments section completely loses control. Women rush in asking if he's accepting applications now that he's single, offering shoulders to cry on, and basically throwing themselves at him like it's a frenzy. It's a full digital stampede, and people are going crazy. Here's the wild part. Insiders are whispering this relationship might not have been real at all. Some sources claim it was profile boosting, strategic appearances, and perfectly timed exposure. That's what people are saying. Aaron, the guy who always looks too polished and too controlled, may never have been emotionally involved. He shows up at the Oscars, poses for photos, but gives off this distant, cold, untouchable energy. Fans started noticing weird gaps, missing birthday posts, disappearing from public events, and body language that shifted from warm to icy. And the rumors don't end there. Some say Aaron's type has always leaned a certain way, while others claim he's been linked to unexpected names behind the scenes. And don't forget Teyana's post-divorce vulnerability. This was her first public romance since splitting from a man she once loved deeply, and now it might have been used for attention, hype, and career gain. Now the internet is split. Some believe feelings just faded naturally. Others swear it was a PR stunt from day one. And the big question is still burning. Was Aaron ever truly invested in Teyana? Or was she just another step in his climb to global stardom? Buckle up, because this story isn't finished, and the truth is about to hit way harder than anyone imagined.
So one comment said, "We heard you're single now. You taking any applications?" Another said, "If you ever need a shoulder to cry on." Another woman said, "If you need a friend to talk to, I'm here." But I gotta say this, ladies, come on now. Y'all not even giving this a mourning period. It's like sharks smelling blood in the water. All kind of sharks.
Buckle up, because what just hit the internet is straight up chaos. Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre, the couple everyone swore was untouchable, picture perfect, and dripping style, have reportedly broken up, and the aftermath has been brutal. The news dropped right after the holidays, and fans were left stunned. Not even a year together. But then Aaron posts one thing, one clean, attractive photo, and suddenly his comment section turns into a battlefield. Women rushing in, asking, "You single? Taking applications?" While others offer the classic shoulder to cry on act. The internet frenzy is wild, nonstop, and absolutely ruthless. And the shock isn't just a breakup. Just weeks ago, Teyana was publicly hyping Aaron up, calling him her apple pie. They were red carpet perfection, showing up at major events, looking locked in, untouchable, and now it's just gone. So the question everybody's asking is simple but dangerous. Was any of this real, or was it a perfectly staged illusion? Insiders are hinting it may have been more performance than partnership. A PR relationship built to boost profiles, grab attention, and dominate timelines. Aaron allegedly never fully emotionally committed. He showed up when it mattered. Oscars, photo ops, public moments, but off camera? Distant, cold, disconnected. Fans started catching cracks early. Missing birthday posts, fewer public sightings, and a shift in body language that went from warm to weirdly icy. Meanwhile, online rumors caught fire. Some claimed Aaron's preferences leaned toward white women. Others dragged in a shocking rumor linking him to a trans man. The speculation got uglier by the hour, turning into a full digital wildfire. If you dig deeper, the dating talk started swirling in early 2025, but confirmation always felt slippery. Aaron stays extremely private. Before Teyana, his name had allegedly been connected to Lori Harvey and actress Jessica Hardwick. And Jessica's role? People say that part matters. Allegedly, she warned Teyana that Aaron might never take things seriously, that the relationship could be more about visibility than real connection. Some even claim she told Teyana directly that she wasn't Aaron's type. For Teyana, this wasn't just another fling. This was heavy. Her first public romance after divorcing Iman Shumpert in 2023, and it carried real weight. Their unusual separation, amicable, no cheating accusations, co-parenting, and still running business together, made people think she deserved stability. Financial settlements and public attention only added fuel. Some even think Aaron pulled back to avoid getting caught in messy complications, navigating fame with the same calculated precision people once accused Iman of. Of course, some fans ran up the practical stuff: busy schedules, distance, non-stop travel, things that naturally crush relationships. But the loudest theory still stays on top. This was PR from the beginning. Aaron showed up for the high-visibility moments, and the rest of the time he vanished, leaving Teyana in the spotlight while he stayed at a safe distance. Social media didn't hold back. People started saying they never felt real. Looks like the contract expired. And it doesn't help that Aaron's past low-profile romances, like with Australian model Hannah Hurst, felt more genuine because they stayed quiet, private, and away from cameras. Teyana, on the other hand, is a powerhouse, bold, influential, and always visible. That's why many fans now believe she may have been unknowingly used as a stepping stone, especially while Aaron's career took off, with him landing huge attention as young Mufasa in Disney's Lion King prequel. Now that the breakup is quietly unfolded, the internet is split in half. Some believe it was real, but feelings faded over time. Others insist it was a calculated publicity chapter, built for hype, served its purpose, and ended the moment it stopped being useful.
Aaron, I'm here. So I looked at her profile, and her name is attorney Simone Redwine. Simone Redwine is an injury attorney who's been on ABC, Fox, and the Oprah Winfrey Network. And attorney Simone...
The question that won't die is this: was Aaron ever truly invested in Teyana, or was this always part of a bigger plan, using her spotlight to fuel his own momentum? Because now, looking back, every move feels suspicious. Every appearance, every red carpet grin, every perfect couple moment reads like it was scripted, polished, and packaged for maximum effect. Fans are digging through social media like detectives, replaying clips, studying body language, scanning old captions, comparing how they interacted in different moments. Every deleted story, every skipped birthday post, every tiny shift gets turned into evidence in a full-blown online investigation. And the internet is divided like never before. Was this emotional manipulation, opportunism, or just two demanding careers slowly tearing a relationship apart? Some sources claim Aaron played the visibility game while Teyana played with real emotions, meaning heartbreak was almost guaranteed. That glamour couple's story starts breaking the moment you notice what wasn't shown, the absence behind the scenes, the distance, the carefully controlled moments that only appeared when it benefited the public image. Rumors refuse to settle. Some insiders insist Aaron's relationships often carry a publicity angle, while his emotional attachment stays shallow. Others point straight at Teyana's vulnerability, her first major public romance after divorce, making her not just a star, but an easy target inside this media-driven spectacle. And the patterns? They're honestly chilling. Appearances timed for peak attention, posts crafted for virality, personal feelings looking like an afterthought. Fans also keep mentioning the contrast: Aaron's behavior with Teyana versus the way he handled past low-key connections. Hannah Hurst stayed completely off the radar, while Teyana lives in the spotlight. So everything gets amplified: pressure, scrutiny, tension, and eventually pain. To many people, the strategy looks obvious. Teyana becomes a vehicle, the face, through which Aaron stays trending and maintains media relevance. Meanwhile, he remains untouchable, and the world keeps questioning the authenticity of every smile, every affectionate post, every carefully framed appearance. Social media threads explode daily with breakdowns, timelines, theories, and arguments. Some people show sympathy for Teyana. Some blame her. Some go full conspiracy mode. But everyone agrees on one thing: This breakup feels bigger than just two people separating. It feels like a case study in celebrity PR, emotional investment, and the ruthless machinery of fame. Even now, the final question stays unanswered, haunting everyone watching. Did Aaron ever care, or was Teyana just another step in a cold, calculated climb? And after the shock of the Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre split, things only get darker and messier. What first looked like a high-profile breakup now feels like a controlled storyline where every post, every appearance, and every comment might carry hidden meaning. The obsession isn't just about the romance ending. It's about what it exposes: power, influence, manipulation, and the games happening behind the glitz. Aaron's sudden online return after the split triggered a fresh wave of speculation. Fans noticed how perfectly timed his posts were, like a silent message. I'm still untouchable, still relevant, still in control. But behind that polished image, new whispers started creeping in. Insiders suggested Aaron's intentions weren't only personal. They were strategic. Career moves, brand shaping, public image protection. And the question got uglier. Was Teyana simply collateral damage in his carefully managed rise? Social media went crazy all over again, pointing out the gap between public gestures and private reality. Teyana's vulnerability after breakup, standing against Aaron's calculated online presence, made the whole thing feel disturbing. Who was truly invested and who was playing a game? People began rebuilding timelines like investigators, tracking posts, events, interviews, and subtle cues. And the picture they're painting? It isn't just messy. It looks intentional.
Pierre was too fine. See, ladies, this is what you get. And this is why I say, this is why you got to get an ugly man. Or even not an ugly man, you got to get a medium ugly man. You got to get a man with a great personality. Because see, when you get a man like Aaron Pierre with that height, those eyes, the cheekbones, the abs, you're going to have to deal with all of this, the women circling around. But if you date a medium ugly man, your girlfriends are not sliding into your DMs. They keep fighting for y'all to be together. You get a medium ugly man, your girlfriends are like, girl, that man loves you. You can work it out.
Honestly, watching how Aaron moves after the breakup is actually crazy. He's posting pictures, smiling, replying to fans, acting like everything is normal, but there's no emotion behind it. No weight, no depth. You can feel it. He's guarding something. Not his heart, his image, his career. Meanwhile, Teyana, she's not hiding it. She's letting the heartbreak show, and it feels raw. It's like watching two timelines clash at once. One real, one carefully manufactured. And people are starting to notice. As the noise grew louder, more theories started coming out. Some fans think the breakup wasn't personal at all. It was outside pressure, career ambition, or even some kind of contract-like understanding tied to Aaron's rising stardom. Others argue Teyana's bold personality and public influence made her too risky for Aaron at this stage. Like he couldn't afford drama while leveling up. But nothing is settled. Every new post, every comment, every tiny interaction from either side resets the conversation and turns social media into a non-stop rumor factory. And then it got worse. Insiders claim Teyana told close friends she felt blindsided. According to her, the signs were small at first: missed calls, vague replies, weird delays, and unexplained disappearances from events where he should have been there. Those little pieces started connecting into something bigger. A relationship where Teyana's emotional effort was real, but Aaron's engagement looked minimal, controlled, and distant. Almost like he had one foot out long before anyone knew. Public scrutiny went into overdrive when people started comparing him to his past. Fans pulled receipts from older appearances with Hannah Hurst or Lori Harvey, noting how different his energy looked. Past relationships stayed quiet, private, low drama. But the Teyana era played out like a public production. Paparazzi, headlines, social media obsession, and non-stop attention. That contrast made one theory louder. Aaron's investment wasn't emotional, it was strategic. After the breakup, Teyana shifted too. She became more careful, choosing media moments wisely, posting measured content, avoiding direct statements about Aaron. But even in silence, her impact was loud. Fans and insiders started questioning Aaron's motives harder than ever, pushing the idea that this breakup wasn't about compatibility, It was about control. People close to them also hinted Aaron's career path was central. His involvement in major projects, like Disney's Lion King prequel, where he's playing young Mufasa, lined up way too neatly with him pulling back from Teyana. Sources say the timing was too perfect to be accidental. It looked like clean, calculated image management. And Teyana's friends? They reportedly worried her emotional openness was being used as online fuel, turned into virality at her expense. Still, even as sympathy for Teyana grew, the conversations around Aaron got darker. Rumors spread about manipulation, hidden agendas, and professional conflicts spilling into the personal. And here's where it took another twist. A second circle of insiders claimed Teyana had already been receiving warnings before the split. Quiet messages from mutual acquaintances suggesting Aaron's intentions were being questioned behind the scenes long before the public ever caught on. Some of those voices even alleged Teyana was unknowingly being used to keep Aaron in a high-profile spotlight while he moved upward privately. Naturally, the public is split. Some believe the feelings were real, but outside pressures, distance, and non-stop schedules slowly killed it. Others insist the entire romance was orchestrated, a controlled PR chapter designed to boost Aaron's career trajectory. And as the debate burns online, every post, every gesture, every silence gets studied like it contains secret meaning. Then the narrative got even messier. Old speculation resurfaced about Aaron's personal preferences and past connections. Rumors linked him to trans men, and whispers about strict partner types added more controversy, making the internet even more aggressive. Fans started digging into old interviews, photos, and body language clips like they were building a dossier, suggesting the breakup wasn't just expected, it was engineered. Even social media analysts pointed out something bigger. This whole situation shows how celebrity culture works now. Emotional authenticity colliding with strategic persona management. Every public move becomes fuel for online investigation, and the reaction multiplies. In this case, the contrast is painfully clear. Teyana's vulnerability and heartbreak versus Aaron's polished, calculated public presence. And it didn't stop with fans. Media coverage exploded too. Mainstream outlets, gossip blogs, independent creators. Everyone jumped on it, mixing facts with speculation and creating new narratives by the hour. It's become a full case study in modern celebrity exposure. How relationships get weaponized, consumed, and manipulated for attention, sometimes at the expense of the people living it. At this point, the saga has reached a peak. What started as a shocking breakup has turned into a maze of intrigue, emotional betrayal, and the ruthless mechanics of fame. Fans, insiders, and the media are all stuck on the same haunting question. Was this ever really love? Or was it always about control, strategy, and image? And after weeks of rumors, debates, and leaked insider details, it now feels like a full public investigation. Every post, every comment, every appearance is analyzed like it's coded. The gap between private reality and public facade has never looked sharper, and people are desperate for the truth. Aaron's controlled distancing after the breakup keeps feeding the idea that he was never emotionally present. His online image stays polished, curated, and untouchable, the complete opposite of Teyana's openness. Fans started tracking patterns, seeing someone who appears to prioritize career and public positioning above anything personal. Sources close to Teyana also confirmed that privately she expressed confusion and betrayal. For her, it wasn't just ending. It was unraveling a way that made her question her own judgment. Small details like missing birthday messages, canceled appearances, and cold body language didn't just create cracks, they widened into a full collapse, leaving Teyana exposed, while Aaron stayed strategically unreadable.
So I just say give him a little bit, give it a little mourning period because we were so into it, and let the
Watching this unfold, you start realizing how much of it may have been performance. Aaron's presence always felt controlled. The smiles, the pictures, the public moments, none of it looked spontaneous. It looked planned. Meanwhile, Teyana's emotions were fully exposed, and the world saw something you simply can't fake. Heartbreak. And that's exactly why the story exploded the way it did. As more details surfaced, the revelations only got heavier. Insiders began connecting dots, subtle, deliberate moves that suggest Aaron may have used a relationship as leverage. Observers point out that Teyana, despite being powerful and influential, could have been positioned as a visibility tool, especially while Aaron's career was climbing with major projects like Disney's Lion King prequel. Fans started rewatching old clips, digging through interviews, and scrolling through past posts, comparing Teyana's raw vulnerability to Aaron's perfectly timed public engagement. Suddenly, every red carpet walk, every joint interview, every Instagram story felt different. Like it wasn't romance, it was placement. Analysts believe these moments weren't about connection as much as they were about timing, optics, and influence, like a choreographed dance disguised as love. And insiders claim Teyana even told close friends that Aaron's emotional detachment didn't start at the breakup. According to sources, it was always there: quiet manipulation, controlled communication, and a professional level distance hidden under charm. In a way, Teyana's real emotion clashing with Aaron's consistent performance created tension that practically fed the online speculation. Public conversations got even louder when old patterns from Aaron's past resurfaced. People started comparing his past connections, Hannah Hurst, Lori Harvey, and noticing the difference. Those relationships stayed private, controlled, and low drama, but the Teyana chapter played out publicly, emotionally, and intensely. That contrast strengthened what many were already thinking. Aaron's involvement with Teyana may have been designed for maximum public effect, not genuine intimacy. As the public tried to make sense of it, new theories formed. Some blamed external pressure. Others pointed to career obligations, alleged contract conditions, and long-distance complications. But insiders insist those were just surface-level reasons. The real driver, they claim, was image management. Aaron's film schedule, his growing spotlight, his career trajectory, everything lined up too perfectly with his emotional pullback from Teyana. It didn't look accidental. It looked deliberate. Meanwhile, Teyana's emotional side became the main story that fans, media, and forums grabbed onto. Her heartbreak, vulnerability, and quiet honesty made her feel human in a way Aaron's polished persona never could. Analysts say her openness became an emotional magnet, pulling sympathy toward her and pushing even more suspicion toward Aaron. Social media erupted with debates. People dissected Instagram stories, compared interviews, searched for hidden meaning. Some argued a breakup was inevitable due to incompatible priorities, while others insisted Aaron engineered the drama to keep momentum in his rising celebrity arc. Then the rumors multiplied, messy, controversial, and non-stop. Some connected Aaron's attachment to his preferences and alleged prior associations. Others claimed the entire thing was a scripted public performance designed to manipulate perception. The narrative hit a new peak when insiders alleged Teyana had been receiving warnings even before the split. Quiet caution from friends, subtle alerts from mutuals, suggesting Aaron's intentions had been questioned internally long before the public caught on. Allegedly, her circle noticed patterns: the controlled interactions, the calculated distance, the charm that looked good publicly but felt emotionally empty privately. As this deepened, analysts pointed out something larger happening. Something we see more and more in celebrity culture. The line between personal and professional completely blurring. Private becomes public. Real becomes curated. Authentic emotion collides with orchestrated image. And in this story, that contrast was brutal. Teyana's heartbreak against Aaron's controlled image became a perfect example of this phenomenon. Every post, every gesture, every interaction became evidence, either truth, manipulation, or both. The fallout didn't stay online. Mainstream outlets and independent creators piled on. Gossip blogs, news portals, commentators. Everyone stretched the story, mixing confirmed details with speculation, building layered narratives until reality became hard to separate from performance. This stopped being just a breakup. It became a warning about trust, transparency, and influence in the celebrity machine. Many analysts say the intensity was amplified because Teyana is outspoken, visible, and influential. Aaron's past stayed low-key. But with Teyana, visibility was inevitable, meaning every detail became viral content. The emotional authenticity from her side and the curated detachment from his side became the perfect engagement formula. People couldn't look away. And as this chapter unfolds, one chilling conclusion keeps rising. The Teyana-Aaron situation revealed two realities: real emotional investment on one side, strategic performance on the other. Interviews, insider leaks, and public analysis suggest Teyana's vulnerability was genuine, while Aaron's actions followed calculation, career strategy, and image protection. The result is a collision of heartbreak and control, visibility and manipulation, and it leaves people stuck trying to separate love from branding. In the end, the question still remains unanswered. Was Aaron ever truly invested in Teyana? Or was this whole relationship a carefully staged chapter for career momentum and public relevance? As social media keeps breaking down every post, every appearance, every statement, the story stays alive, unresolved, tense, and impossible to ignore. This saga of heartbreak, manipulation, and celebrity strategy exposes how ruthless modern fame really is. Where emotions become public property, every move becomes content, and every gesture can become a headline. Teyana Taylor's heartbreak and Aaron Pierre's controlled attachment aren't just a breakup anymore. To the public, it's a masterclass in modern celebrity narrative, leaving everyone hooked, shocked, and still desperate for answers.